Okay, I'm going to demo the screen reader automation tool written in Node. This is the Mac OS version. You can see the sample page that Playwright's going to open up here. It will navigate through the actionable elements on the page. It will skip the non-actionable elements on the page. And after it opens up, you will see VoiceOver open up and the output will be here. You'll also see the output here in the terminal from VoiceOver after it leaves the actionable element that it is on. I'm going to close this page because Playwright's going to open it up for us anyway.
Welcome to macOS. VoiceOver is on. Moving VoiceOver cursor to keyboard cursor. You are currently on a text field. To enter text in this field, type red radio button, 1 of 2. You are currently on a radio button, 1 of 2. To select this option, press Control, Option, Space. Submit button. You are currently on a button. To click this button, press Control, Option, Space. Link, click me. You are currently on a link. To click this link, press Control, Option, Space. Link, visit example. You are currently on a link. To click this link, press Control, Option, Space. Accessibility test page, selected, tab, group. Google Chrome for testing, has new, window. You are currently on a selected tab, group, inside of a group. To exit this group, press Control, Option, Shift, up arrow.
Continuing the screen reader automation tool demo. This is for the Windows version of the tool. And here we have our sample HTML page open with all of the same elements on it. And Playwright will open this. It will navigate to all of the actionable elements. It will skip the non-actionable elements. And you will see NVDA speech viewer open up. It will not announce the elements that it's on the page, but that is how it works with this particular library. So you'll see the output from NVDA here. You'll also see the output that I capture in the terminal here. So I'm going to close this page because Playwright's going to open up for us anyway. Most developers don't use screen readers because they simply don't know how. One of the goals with this tool is to make screen reader testing easier. You don't need to know all of the screen reader commands or keyboard shortcuts. The tool handles navigation and captures the output, so developers can still validate accessibility without being experts. In the previous demo, you saw the core automation working with VoiceOver and NVDA. What I'm working on now is making this more targeted, repeatable, and maybe useful for testing workflows. One of the first improvements is the ability to target a specific element on the page. This uses a .element flag to focus on a single element instead of tabbing through the entire page. This is important because it allows us to test individual components like a button without testing everything on the page. You can see the output here. The only output that we had was the button. In the previous demo, you could see that it had the output of everything else on the page. So the next step is capturing a baseline. So I use the dash snapshot option to save the screen reader output to a file. The idea is that this file becomes a source of truth for how the element is announced at any given point in time. Now, I've already run this command because what it does is it opens up the page, starts the screen reader, and reads everything on the page and then closes down. And we've already seen that. So for the sake of time, I'm going to skip running this command again. And I actually ran it twice, once for a baseline, and then I changed something on the page and I ran it again, but I used a different file name. So you can see the output files here in my snapshots. Here's the baseline. You can see we have our input and we have our radio buttons here, and then we have our submit button here. And then I ran it again with a different file name called current. And again, we have all of the same elements that are on the page. So now this allows us to run a compare command where we actually are going to compare the two snapshots to each other, and then it'll diff them for us, and we'll see the output here. So here's the output. You can see the snapshots of the baseline and the current JSON files. And then what we changed was I had changed this radio button. It originally had said green, and I changed it to blue. And that's what the diff is telling us here. So if the screen reader announced something that changed, we detect it automatically, and it allows us to do regression testing using real screen reader output. So these features are still in progress, but they moved the tool from a general screen reader tool toward a more focused accessibility testing engine.